Hold on. I know we struggled a little bit on the Canvas one, and I know that it's stressful. Hey, Riley. I know that it's stressful to have a time limit, and I'm sure that that contributed to it. But in general, like the reason we put the time limit was 2 reasons. One, this is the easiest quiz in the world to cheat on if there's no time limit. But 2, at this point, like ideally you would be able to conjugate these pretty quickly without having to think too much. So we wanted it to be an indication to you as to how quickly really your brain can conjugate these kind of verbs. I'm just going to type in the answers here and kind of explain as I go, and stop me if you have a question. You can either just say it, or you can also hit the raise hand thing. In general, the biggest errors were the fact that all of these are irregular. So we didn't really put any regular verbs on here. So like, for example, ver, vimos. Cargars are people did typically pretty well on, like pague, for example. The other one was comencé. And then I think we had hugué on here maybe. Nope, I guess not. Another common error was the Y. Anyone want to explain to me why we put a Y in a verb? Who knows?
Isn't it because if there's no accent, then you can't have 3 vowels in a row?
Oh, I love how you even said it when there's no accent. So yes, like this would be like this, or excuse me, that's the AF form. So it would be like this, but that's 3 vowels in a row. So the middle one becomes a Y. Or for example, with this one, it would be like this, but that's 3 vowels in a row. So the middle one becomes a Y. This one does not have a Y because like Lexi just said, well, first of all, there's only 2 vowels in a row, so it doesn't matter. So actually, never mind. That one doesn't need a Y. Does anyone remember what's irregular about querer?
Doesn't it go to quise?
Yeah. So this one would be quisieron, for example. Oh, we put a lot of ver on here. What's the only thing that's irregular about ver? It's really not that irregular.
No accents.
No accents, exactly, yeah. The only other thing, I forgot to put this one on there, but I put it on the Google form. Whoopsies. Yeah, I didn't put an example on here. When you guys took the Google quiz yesterday, servir, for example, I put on there. What happens to servir and where does it happen?
Oh, there's a stem change, and
Yep.
that E goes to an I, the first
Exactly.
E.
Do you know which two?
Ea usted and ustedes.
Exactly, the bottom two. So that was not on this one, but on the Google form we had sirvieron and durmió. We had the 2 stem changers on the Google one. I'm going to skip him. Oh, whoops, these are all imperfect. I typed all of those as preterite. My bad. But for in general, you guys know the imperfects pretty well, so I'm not too worried about that. Where we struggled more so was in the bottom part too. So does anyone know why this one would be entró? What do we think? Someone go for it. It's hard not to talk at the same time, I know.
Because it's a done action and he entered and then.
Yeah, he entered, so it's the done action. This one we made you pick 2. I received my first phone when I was 16 years old. Who knows those 2 reasons? What's the received reason?
Background info?
Well, the answer is actually recibe, so it's not background info. So like
it's done. He
it's an
received
action.
Yeah.
It's a past tense action. So like, for example, when your parents handed you your first cell phone, that happens one time. It's one time and done. But why is this one imperfect?
Because
it happened while the other thing was happening.
Oh, I see what you're saying. This one is not an example of interruption. Age is always what?
Imperfect.
Yes, because like Anna said, it's like background info. So age is not an action, it's just background info. This one though, Sophia, is an example of what you were just saying. So Camilo, he was talking when Juan entered. So, or when the mom entered. So this is interrupting this that was already happening. Okay, so the interruption is preterite, and then the thing that was already happening is imperfect. And the most missed one was number 14. Almost everybody missed 14. Does anybody know or got it right or know why it is what it should be? Any thoughts? Otherwise, I can just explain it either way.
Is it preparaba because it's an ongoing action? Like it doesn't have a end.
Then what do you think about the Olympiad?
And then it would be limpie because
Would they
or
both?
wait, no, that's an ongoing action too. So that would also be imperfect.
Exactly. So first of all, I made a typo here and I put limpio, but yes, mientras means what?
While.
Exactly. So while my dad was doing this, I was doing that. So these are both ongoing actions at the same time. Now, the way you could change it is saying, while my dad was cooking, my mom got home. The mom getting home is a completed action. So that would be an interruption, but these are both ongoing actions. So while my dad was doing this, I was doing that. So yes, these should both be imperfect. Any questions about this quiz itself? Okay. Just real quickly, I'm going to switch over to the Google one. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. I just want to explain the bottom. I feel like conjugation, like in general, I could bore you to death explaining conjugation forever, but at the end of the day, it's just a matter of practicing and getting it down. Like Lexi explained a good trick today with the 3 vowels. You know, we need to remember the stem changers. We need to remember Kargar-Zar, but unfortunately, like I can't really, it just takes practice. Was there any conjugation that you got wrong, but you're not sure how to fix it that you can think of? Let me share my screen with you again, hold on. Okay, so looking at these verbs that you all took yesterday, can you think of one that you weren't sure how to conjugate or you got it wrong? I don't think it let you see the answers. So let me know if there's one.
How would you do dormir again?
Yeah, dormir is one of our stem changers. So you can see it under here. So it'd be dormio. O to U is the type of stem changer there. Auster is irregular, so that's the EC stay, for example. Tener is irregular, so tuvimos. Did a Kargar-Zar with sake. You know, one that a lot of people missed was this one. There's a reason I stuck this one on there because this is a Kargar-Zar, but it's not in the yo form, so we don't have to do the Kargar-Zar, so we just leave it as M-peso. Any other questions about these ones? So like servir, for example, would be a stem changer, sirvieron. I'm gonna go down to the bottom. I'm a little more concerned about our ability to use it. So this one here, mientras mi padre trabajar, yo cocinar la cena. So this is the one that Anna just explained. It's the exact same one from the other quiz. These are both going on at the same time. So these would both be imperfect. What do we think about this one? Because this one was about half of the students missed this one. Anyone want to share why they think it is what it is?
Would it be preterite?
Because?
It's interrupt. I was walking to school when I fell, so it's like
Exactly. Yep, I was walking to school when I fell, so we want me caí. This is the interrupting action. This is the ongoing action of caminaba. In general, Liliana was a bad friend because she hid a lot of secrets from her friends. So if in general Liliana was that kind of person, which one would we use?
Would that be imperfect? Because it's a description?
Right, it's just a description. It's not saying like she was a bad friend like one time. She just was in general a bad friend, so we would use imperfect. Yes, you are correct. This one, when I was young, I went to the movies with my friends frequently. So because I did it frequently, we would use iba. We don't use iba a lot. And actually this one, oh no, I was nice and I took it off. There was one where iba was used, but I'm gonna skip that for now. This one is a completed action. And this one is also a completed action, but you had to use a Y because you had 3 vowels in a row. So leyeron. Last week, my siblings read Harry Potter, so leyeron. Okay, so that's the idea with those. Any questions you can think of that's not clicking for you, preterite and imperfect wise?
Is that going in the grade book as a final grade, or like can we retake it, or?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to address that too. I haven't put in the grade book yet because a lot of people didn't do well, and I wasn't trying to put it. I mean, I know spring break is essentially the same thing as what we're doing right now, which is staying home. So it's not like it should really affect you because hopefully your parents would understand, but I'm not going to put it in yet because I want to wait until I put another grade in. So yes, it is going in the grade book, but it's only going to be a 10% grade. So the good news is 2 days after we get back from break, y'all are going to take a 90% quiz of the exact same type of questions. So as long as you do better on that one, this 10% one won't matter. But no, we're not doing retakes. So I apologize if you were hoping we would, but it's just going to be too chaotic. And honestly, school is technically over at this point as far as before break. So we're not going to retake, but as long as you understand it, you should do better on the 90% one, because literally I used the exact same questions. I just changed like to yo and aya to ayos, for example. And then you'll have book questions on the quiz as well. So as long as you understand the book well, you should be okay doing well on that quiz. And it will be an open book quiz because we can't really stop that. So is what it is.
About how many questions will that one be?
It's going to be set up where we have a bank of 25 questions and you're going to get 15 out of the 25. Canvas lets you, so like you won't get the same quiz as Delaney gets, for example.
Okay.
That makes sense? Any other general questions?
Is the grade that's going into the grade book the quiz we took yesterday or the one we took on Wednesday or
No, it's the one you took on. I know you probably would rather be the one from yesterday, but it's the one you took on Wednesday because one, it's fewer points, so it's going to have less of an impact. But yesterday's was just to give you another practice. And to be totally honest with you all, I was going to have you do a writing assignment yesterday, and then I changed it to that Google form quiz. So you can take it and run with it because it was going to be a lot worse of a day yesterday than it really was. So, but yeah, I am going to put the 7-point quiz in. Any other general E-Day questions? Okay, when we get back, it's gonna be a little different, y'all. We're gonna do a lot more live lessons. So luckily you got to practice right now. We're gonna actually expect you to come to live lessons a certain number of times a week. So it's gonna be a little different after break. You're gonna see my face and you're gonna hear me speaking Espanol. I'm sure you have not heard much Espanol over the past 2 weeks. So it has been 2 weeks, hasn't it? Yeah, 2 weeks. Crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be a little different after break. All good? Everyone staying home for break?
Yeah.
Yes, you better be. Delaney, what is that face? That face looked like you're hiding something over there.
No, I'm staying home, but
Staying home.
I don't want to, obviously.
Well, no. Who had to cancel plans?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, like all of you?
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, we had to cancel them twice too.
Wait, why?
Because we were going on a cruise originally, so we decided that would not be a good idea. But then we made plans to go to Florida and just drive down to Florida. But then we are not doing that now.
Yeah.
Well, most of the beaches are closed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were most of you guys Florida?
I was going on a cruise.
Well, I was going to Paris, but that's not happening.
Who just said that? Delaney, you were going to Paris? I feel like I remember you saying that in class. That's the worst. Paris will still be there someday.
That's true.
Hopefully still be there someday. Yeah, the cruise would be the last place you want to be right now, Sophia. So that's probably a good thing.
No,
I was the cruise pretty early.
You what?
We canceled going on a cruise pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was the most obvious thing to cancel was do not go on a boat right now. Well, Allison was supposed to go to Spain with the group of students, so that got canceled too.
Yes.
Well, I didn't have to cancel anything, so if that makes y'all feel better, I was just going to be home anyways. All right. Hey, Charlotte, by the way, and Tally. I feel like you all didn't speak up. It's so lovely to see all your faces. I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel weird not seeing your all's faces.
It is weird.
Are you guys staying in touch well with your friends, like FaceTime and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Allison, are you staying home for break then too? I think you missed it. You hopped on after. Yeah.
Yep.
Are you staying home? Hey, Charlotte.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
I'm staying home.
Okay, good. All right, because I heard that some are still going to Florida, and that does not make Senora very happy. So.
Yeah, a lot of people. I know at least 3 people that drove down to Florida yesterday.
Really?
Oh, wow.
But why?
Nothing's open.
Right. No restaurants are open. Like stores are closed.
Nothing's open, and didn't the governor set down things you're
Yeah,
not
he said that you're only allowed to
Yeah.
leave your house if it's for necessary travel. But
Yeah, my husband actually has a piece of paper that allows him to leave the house because he's working at a restaurant for takeout, and he literally has to drive with that document, or he could get fined while he's
Yeah,
driving.
my dad
Same
does
with
that.
my parents.
Yeah. Oh, here's my kitty.
Aw.
Kitty.
She loves working with me. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for coming. And like I said, Allison and Charlotte, I know you jumped on late, but we'll be doing a lot more live lessons after break. So just to get you all speaking Spanish and not lose all your give me that progress. So I'll see you guys a lot after break. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know it's break, but if you need anything, let me know because none of us are doing anything. So. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming. Adios.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.